PicSpotr is a CRM that is designed for professional photographers. We allow for photographers to manage their shoots, invoices, scheduling, contracts, sending client questionnaires for relationship building, and various other features. We're using the Google Calendar API to enable a calendar sync between PicSpotr and our users' Google calendars. When photographers are scheduling shoots or client meetings, the sync gives them a full view into their availability, so that they're not scheduling conflicts, or scheduling shoots with events that conflict with their personal calendars and appointments. So, for example, a photographer is not booking a photo shoot over their dental appointment, or not booking a photo shoot over their child's baseball game. So the goal is to give the photographer a full view into their calendar so that they can book shoots appropriately. Here's how you go about doing it in PicSpotr. So the first thing you want to do is you want to sign into your account. So I'm going to sign in with Google. I'm going to select my account. It's going to redirect me to my dashboard and show me, the latest updates, latest activities, any tasks that are been kicked off by the workflow, any revenue, and whatever the current weather is in the town. For me to get a view of my calendar, I just hit the calendar link here. This is going to show any events that have been booked or scheduled in the PicSpotr platform. So there's two ways to do that. One way is to hit new event and manually insert the event into the PicSpotr calendar, or you can leverage our scheduler, which is a link that you can send out to a client. They can go through a workflow. They can choose from your availability, and those events that are booked through the scheduler will also show up in the calendar here. Now, to sync the calendar with the Google Calendar, I would just either hit sync here, but you can also do it in settings. So you go to settings, and then scroll down and go to sync Google Calendar. So I'll click that. And we try to clearly explain what's happening here. So we allow for a sync to your Google Calendar so that you can have full view of your schedule and manage your customer experience. As new shoots, events, and meetings are added to PicSpotr, we use the Google Calendar API to ensure they are in sync. So for me to set this up, I just need to click the Set Up Google Calendar link button. What this does is it hits our API on the back end and begins the process. So we'll hit that. It redirects you to the Google OAuth page. So I'll click that. Because our app isn't verified yet, for right now, I've got to click Advance and then hit Go to PicSpotr. So that'll take me back. I'll enable the access that I need from the Google API, which is we need to view all the events on the calendar, view and edit events on the calendars. So I'm going to click Continue, and that's going to redirect me back. And what we do is we then begin to sync the PicSpotr calendar with the Google Calendar. Once that's completed, they'll see a message that says your PicSpotr account is synced with Google Calendar, and we have synced your upcoming events. When new events are added to your PicSpotr account, we'll also sync them with your Google Calendar and vice versa. From here, you can revoke access. And when you revoke access, it will actually remove the PicSpotr events from your Google Calendar. For right now, I just want to show you what it looks like. So I've now synced the calendar. So now I'm going to be able to see on a month-by-month basis what events are on my personal calendar versus which events are in my PicSpotr calendar. So my Google Calendar events are in this orange color. My PicSpotr events are in this burnt orange color. When I click on one of these Google Calendar events, it will take me to Google Calendar, and it will take me right to that event. So it should show, what's happening on the calendar at the time. So let me go back. It will take me back to the planner. I can click on one of my events, and that will take me to the event in PicSpotr. So I'm going to go back to the calendar. Whenever I add a new event, so before I do that, let me just show you that these events, so I've got 2 events in July. I've got 2 events in August. I'm going to go to my Google Calendar. These events should show up, the 2 events in July. So we had one all-day event on the 20th. We had another event on the 23rd. Then we have an event on the 1st, and we have an event on the 4th. So here's your event on the 1st. Here's your event on the 4th. So that worked successfully. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go, I'm going to go back to my settings. I'm going to hit sync, and I'm going to revoke that access. So once I revoke the access, it should remove the PicSpotr events from the calendar, and from the Google Calendar, and then remove the Google Calendar events from PicSpotr. So I'm just going to hit revoke. We're removing those events. Once it's complete, you get a successful message, Google Calendar sync revoked, and then you can set that back up. When I go back to my calendar here, the Google Calendar events have been removed. So that's the functionality. That's how it works.